of the company's operating assets. By operating assets, we mean all the assets of the firm except cash. Of course, it's not practical to work with the individual assets of a firm because market values would usually not be available. As we mentioned in discussing So, we did our research on a company called Enterprise Holdings. It's a transportations holding company, and it provides car rental service to its customers. Enterprise is comprised of National, Alamo, and Enterprise Rent-A-Cars, and we can get some informational slides up here for you guys as well. And so, with these companies, it provides car rental service for its customers, as I said. And with its approximate 100,000 employees, it's really important that their HR department has a very competent and up-to-date training program. So before we get into how they assess their training needs, we're going to talk about their mission statement, and that is to be the best transportation service provider in the world, to exceed our customer expectations for service, quality, and something else, and they want to be a corporate citizen. So that sounds like a bunch of mumbo-jumbo to us, Joe Schmoes. But why it's important is because that's how they assess their training needs, and they base it off of those goals. And so they really value employee satisfaction as well as customer satisfaction. And so with that, they listen to employee needs and provide individual training updates.
Cool. So next we're going to talk about today the types and approaches that Enterprise Holdings does with their employees. So there's three main categories for the management trainee program, which is their main management program that 99% of all upper-level management goes through. The three different categories go from running a business, employee empowerment, customer service. Kevin, what's your favorite category?
My favorite category is employee service because I'm an employee.
I like running employees.
I'm a big fan of running employees because...
So there's little classroom and a lot of hands-on... Give me that golf club. A lot of hands-on... hands-on training.
All our hands.
Oh, I gotta get my hand on there.
Handful of hands. Come on now.
Hands-on training,
It's
baby.
A pun, people. Give us a break.
They like to promote within, which is really a swing out of the park. You know? Whoa, baby. They don't teach them how to golf, though.
I'd put 9 holes.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
All right, so we're going to go to
about hands-on learning.
Yeah, hands-on learning. We're going to come back to hands-on learning.
We're skipping.
We're going to come back to it.
All right.
So don't go away, but we're going to
strengths.
show you a weather clip here, okay, with our weather.
Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. This is the Meat Mountain from Arby's. Meat Mountain. Whoa, whoa, look at that, look at that.
Look at this.
Meat Mountain, 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 Meat Mountain. A literal mountain of meat. Meat Mountain chicken tendies, novelty, dog food, 8.5 out of 10.
Hey, we're back, okay.
How was that spot?
So let's talk about that weather clip. Showed me a whole lot about that's what I assumed. But
was it hot or anything?
yeah, so anyway,
All right,
so we are back in HR. Okay, so during let's talk about strengths.
Oh, hi. What's your strength, Kevin?
My strength is interpersonal skills. I think I'm a people pleaser. I love people.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the strength of Enterprise is. They love their employees. And
Tell me how they please people.
Yeah, well, they please their employees by pleasing the people.
Yeah.
Okay, weaknesses, Kevin.
Okay, we'll move on to weaknesses.
All right.
Okay, so weaknesses. Let me tell you about weaknesses, okay? First of all,
Tell you what,
the problem with Enterprise is they do a lot of on-the-job training, and that can be extremely costly if there are mistakes happening or if people are being flown out, travel costs to be trained on the job. And so one thing we'll get into is a recommendation on how to fix that.
Ooh, recommends. This is home screen recommends.
Another
now.
problem with that we found is there could be too much emphasis on employee feedback. And so we're going to skip right to the recommendations.
No. I got another weakness. I think they have too many cars.
Too many cars in one company can always be a bad thing, and I'll tell you
they're
why.
just racing them around?
Yeah. It's because they're going to lose track, and their employees will be racing them around. People are going to be dropping chapstick.
Man,
insane.
once you drop the chapstick, that's when it goes all downhill.
Oh, yeah. So our recommendations for Enterprise.
Recommends for this week.
Yeah. So our recommendations are that they look into adopting an online training program. According to our textbook, Managing Human Resources, one nuclear plant adopted an e-learning program, and it allowed them to save reported $1 million and over 10,000 employee hours in 1 year. Another recommendation would be consider researching the side effects of too much employee feedback. And I'm going to give you a little bit of employee feedback, Riley. I think you're swell.
Wow. I don't even know how to take that right now.
Well, I'll tell you how. We're going to get a word from our sponsor right now.
Or the weather.
Hi, I'm Diane Horner, and welcome to Country Hip Hop, the newest trend in country line dancing. We've seen this hip hop dancing all over the United States and Canada as we've been touring. Now let's meet our hip hop dancers. Heidi.
North Brooks. Now there's a lot of talk about high taxes and the high
TJ.
cost of healthcare today. But you know there's something very simple that
Susan.
you can do to help, and that's just be a safe driver.
Jamie. I think we're ready to go. Let's do some great hip hop dancing. Vaudeville. 2 steps, running man. Twist. Running man. Twist. Scissors. Jump. Pigeon. Window washer. Basketball. Big slide. Use that left. That's jamming. My favorite part, it uses the running man, and we'll be adding hip rolls to the running man. But first, let's practice the running man. This is the country version of the running man. That's the cowboy hip hop.
That concludes our presentation on Enterprise Holdings. We'd like to say thank you so much for listening. We hope you learned something. And we're going to go to a commercial break, but stay tuned because when we come back, we will have a countdown of crazy Black Friday shopping clips. Don't go away. We are joined here today with a very jazzy, This is Jacob. Okay, Jazzy Jacob, we're going to do a countdown of the coolest Black Friday clips from around the world. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are just the craziest, wildest things I could find. The top 7 craziest Black Friday clips I could find of this year. So
There you go. Top
very
7.
excited.
Let's get it started. Number 1.
Man, this shit wild, bruh.
It seems to be holding each other back towards the entrance, and it looks like they are trying to find their friends, and they're lost and confused, and unfortunately, they're not going to find them. That was a sea of people.
yeah, a lot of these, especially as we'll see later on, these are just straight up oceans of people just invading stores for those Black Friday deals.
Seas,
It's really
waves.
beautiful.
Okay, on to the next one.
What is this?
Oh, here we go. I like this because it kind of sets the tone.
Oh, absolutely.
We're now
This is-
outside of Target.
This is pre-Black Friday. Everyone waiting in line, just super anticipated for that they can get their hands on that Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah.
You know that Xbox One X that everyone's been looking forward to.
Well, I heard Blake Anderson was in this line looking for Nintendo Switch because he was telling me he Oh, there he goes. Yeah.
Pass by it real quick, but
He
I mean,
told me he
right
really
there.
wants to play the new Skyrim, and I think he got it, judging by the line. And so what's interesting about that is kind of sets the mood. It's a little bit of calm before the storm aspect.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one, Kev. You can just tell that as soon as those doors open, people are just gonna Pile right on.
They're going to pour right in. They're going to jam that store up. They're going to jam it into next week. All right, so on to the next one. This is the real sea of people.
As you can see, some of them funnel off to the corner.
If I was-
And as you can tell, everyone there has game.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I was in line for game, if I want to improve my game, I want to spit good game, then why not get in line? You know. Hey, are you pretty warm right now? I think you should take that jacket off.
It's kind of hot in here, man. I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but
That looks a lot better.
oh, thank you.
Ah, fantastic. Okay, so anyways, yeah,
Hottest.
I mean, not my store of choice. Personally, I'd rather wait in line for something like a Harbor Freight. Get a bunch of tools. All right, so let's go to number 5.
There we go.
So I wonder if their main motivation is it as gifts, or if these people want extreme amounts of lingerie.
Ooh, it's a tough call, but I think it's gifts, but that extreme.
When I
lingerie-
purchase it in bulk from Costco, so I don't see why. I
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, you know that 36 pack of like brassieres and everything like that. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
Next one. That's another garage door.
Yep, another garage door. And just wait for it. Wait for this pin.
And this one was labeled. It was from South Africa, and so it shows you that it is worldwide.
Just throughout the world, you can tell that everyone really wants those deals. Just flooding into stores for them. It's really quite amazing.
On to the next one. Here we go. See, we get a lot of nice background.
We're
on this
getting a
clip.
little bit of a throwback here to 2012. And so what I really want everyone to look at here is just how it fluctuates between, oh, it's just kind of busy, but then as you can see in the corners, it's just a swarm of people. Like, especially right around here, you can see in the middle. Right there. It's pretty much instant, but you can just see the sea of people.
What I'm a big fan of in this clip is the fact that it moves like a well-oiled machine. And my operations professor, Terry Wells, would love to see this and love to take notes on the whole operation of it and the way they corral people like cattle, like a bunch of cows and buffalo, like a bunch of just antelope.
It's really deep, man.
Yeah.
I got you.
I think this one could serve as a very philosophical clip for us all.
Respect.
Mm-hmm. So, if there's one thing to take away from all these clips, it's that we've got one more. So let's watch it.
Oh, all the smart TV is gone. Oh my days!
Love that fun getting People, there's something you can take away from Black Friday. People steal babies on Black Friday. You've seen it here first. So, if there's one thing to take away from these clips, is that people steal babies. Jacob, if you were to go Black Friday shopping and you were to throw elbows, as they say, where do you think you would go?
Actually, I have been on Black Friday excursions, but to throw hands and to throw elbows, I'd have to say Target.
Target.
Just because there are not as many people, but at the same time you can just get like those choice people. Like if you really wanted to go for those real deals at Target,
I'm a real
you
deal guy.
just dive right in, just elbows flying everywhere.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
throw your elbows like nobody's business. You
really
take
my
your
signature
elbows
move at
and
this
you
point.
just toss them. Yeah. All right, well, that is our Black Friday clip countdown. Do not go away. We're going to go to a commercial. But when we come back, we have the greatest inside look at being an employee at TV10. Stay tuned. Yes, okay. So, very important before we go into this inside look at TV10 as an employee. Okay, we're going to give a shout out to our good friend Bob Jefferson. He's been here since the beginning. He's been watching our show. He says he loves it, says it's great fun. So thank you, Bob Jefferson.
So nice, of you,
Yeah.
man. That's
Huge,
so nice.
huge heart on that guy. The guy's got a gigantic heart. It's enormous. Okay, so this inside look is going to show you how to be a good employee within the television studio. So if you're watching this on campus and you're curious about what it's about, this is everything you need to know. So, Jesse Jacob, are you excited?
Ecstatic.
I'm ecstatic. I'm jumping out of my seat. I'm ripping my shirt off. I'm sweating out of my pants right now. Come on. Let's just go ahead. Let's roll that clip. So, you just got hired at TV10, UW Eau Claire's prestigious television station. Here at TV10, you will learn all the ins and outs of broadcast media, all while meeting your best friends. So come on, let's check it out. To make sure I never forget what room we're based in, I have a saying. I'm Kevin, and this is room 47. Let's take a look inside. The inside of room 47 is packed to the brim with life in the form of technology. Everything from computers to computer monitors. There are even computer desks. We also have a wide variety of wires, the veins of our organization. Take a look at this pile of technology, for example. This is a battery. Meet our friend Max. Max just got hired. Congratulations, Max. As a new employee, I'm sure you're wondering,
When do I sign up? How am I going to find a parking spot? Who am I?
to begin answering your burning questions, we must train you in the use of the almighty computer. Go ahead, take a seat, Max.
Oh, okay.
The computer is used for editing shows and gathering information. Let's see how Max, a new employee, gathers information. Great job, Max. But not all activities within TV10 are allowed. Let's take a look at a scenario where a new employee, Max, runs into trouble.
Hey there, Max. I got this bag of sex, drugs, and alcohol. You want to do it in the studio?
Whoa, stop. What do you think you should do in this situation? The correct answer is to remember our 3 rules with this easy to remember acronym. NOSDA. NOSDA stands for no drugs, sex, or alcohol in the studio. Now let's take a look at what Max does when he remembers NOSDA.
No, thank you.
Great job, Max. Max did a perfect job there handling that situation. Now let's see how he handles an even more stressful situation. Here's a situation where Max runs into
catastrophic meltdown.
Whoa, stop. In case of catastrophic failure or meltdown, proceed to your designated happy room and remove all frustration from your body. Don't bring it into the studio. Let's see how Max takes care of his frustration in his happy room. Watch how Max coolly and calmly proceeds to his happy room. He then secures the room by closing both sets of soundproof doors. Great job, Max. Now you know everything you need to know as a new employee at TV10. I hope you're as excited as we are to be a part of this organization. Take a look at how well Max is doing. Wow. Swell. From all of us here at TV10, welcome and have a productive day.
Eternity.
Day. So, Jacob, what do you think about that whole video?
I mean, it was really informative. It really taught me to be a better TV10 employee.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you were a brand new person coming to the organization and you saw that video, would that sell you on it as a whole? Do you think you'd...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, just infallible.
Infallible. Infallible. And so just everybody remember those easy to remember acronyms, NOSTA. You know, remember the battery. And remember the rule, I'm Kevin and this is room 47. Okay, you'll never get lost looking for the studio. So from all of us here at Handful of Handsome, we'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening. And if you want more, like our page on Facebook and tune in next week at 7:30 p.m. for Handful of Handsome. I'm your host, Kevin Romano. This has been Jazzy Jacob, and we wish you good night.